Om Shri Sai Ram. With utmost love and humility, let us offer our most loving salutations at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagwan. Sai Ram to all sisters and brothers on this very, very happy occasion of Ganesh Chathurthi. Yesterday I saw a message which talked about, that there's a proposed discussion on the aspects of purity. Today, after morning coffee, I thought this is such a beautiful topic to discuss, and this is the essence of all spirituality. That is why my two penning thoughts on purity, I thought I will share with all of you from my heart. So, what is my understanding of purity? It's a journey. We cannot categorize anything as pure or impure. Even an uncut diamond is a diamond in some way. Even an unpolished gold is gold in some way. Even if there is a platinum lying deep under the ocean or under the earth, it is still platinum in some way, though we may not be able to recognize it as platinum. So purity is a journey. It starts from duality, yes, but it ends up in unity. So how pure we are is determined by the level of unity that we see in the world around us. How much of truth we are able to see in the world around us. So it basically is, so what unifies? What unifies? If you look at our own lives and try to, retrospectively or analyze in the present moment, what unites? What unites? It's only love, isn't it? Love unites. If you have your family, if you have your friend circle, if you have your organization circle, you feel one with it. If somebody in the organization circle, somebody who was not even spoken to you personally, but you came to know, one devotee who had come to our center 5 years back, he's having a trouble or she's having a difficult phase in her life. Why do we all rush? Because there's an expansion of love that happens, all the time, from we ourselves to the family, to the extended families that we have, maybe the organizations, maybe the satsang circles, study circles, maybe the neighborhood, right? Maybe the office that we are working, the school that we are teaching, the town that we are staying, the nation, the world, the universe. It's an expansion of love, and this journey is a continuous one till actually we feel universal love. This journey doesn't end. And that is why purity is a journey of expansion of love. It is not important that we have universal love. The foundation is important on which we build this edifice of love. So it all starts with you. It all starts with me. Please understand that in the drop there is the entire ocean. An ocean can be reflected in a single drop. In the microcosm, there is a macrocosm. Swami would always say, Anoraniyan Mahato Mahiyan. I am the subtler than the subtlest, and I am the bigger than the biggest. So please, let us not think about the universe. What we get is overly concerned about what's going to happen to the universe, what will happen to this world, or what nuclear war is going to happen, what will happen to me, what's going to happen to my nation, who are the leaders, who are they saying, what is the level of corruption happening, what is the level of problems happening in my township, what is the problem, with my family members and the extended families that I have in my office and the organization. So we get overly concerned about that. And then actually we lose ourselves in the process. So let us follow the journey in the right way. And without the foundation, it is impossible to build. And whatever you will build without a foundation will fall tomorrow. One whiff of wind will come, and one particular little earthquake will come in your life, and then the whole edifice will fall to shambles, and then you will sit and cry over it and says, I built this with so much of this thing love. But you have not had the foundation of self-love in it. So that foundation, that building, that edifice will not stand the test of time. It'll just wither away and become dilapidated very soon. So please understand, we have to first the journey of love, which ends with universal love, has to start with self-love. And you would say, oh, is that being selfish? No, that is not being selfish at all, because you are a creation of God. And if you love God, how can you not love this creation of God? Right? The little child, he he draws up a small drawing. My little nephew, when he was 3 or 4 years of old, he just picked up his pencil, and he said, "Mom, I've drawn, I'll draw your drawing." And he drew something which was very horrendous to look at. There was no nose, there was, the ears were also big like elephants, and I looked like basically a ghost. And then what did I tell him? What was the feedback given by me? Oh, it is the most beautiful portrait of mine ever drawn by anybody. My nephew, I love you for this. Thank you. This is the greatest gift that I've ever received in my life. Why did I say that when the drawing was actually just lines and crisscrossing all over the place? How did it represent me? It did represent me, because if I love my nephew, I love the creation, as it may be a very bad creation from my intellectual point of view, from my capability point of view, but I am not seeing the creation. I am seeing the creator and my love for the creator in that creation. And I say it's beautiful, it's amazing, isn't it? So that is why first the journey of love has to begin with you. And who are you? That is why Swami keeps always reminding us, because he wants to bring us back to that particular foundation. That you are this body. You are this body, isn't it? Do you love your body? Do you love your eyes? Do you love your ears? Do you thank your nose? Do you are you grateful to your tongue? Are you grateful to your skin? Are you grateful to your brain? Are you grateful to your spleen, to your heart, to your lungs, to your kidneys, to the flow of blood in your that happens through your heart? Are you grateful? Are you seeing love? How the body is working together. Swami always keeps telling, that if there is a thorn that pricks the feet, the hand rushes, the eyes cry, the mouth shouts out for help. Why are they everybody working together to relieve the feet of the pain? Because even the brain feels the pain of the feet. Even the hands feel the pain of the feet. Even the eyes feel the pain of this. Oneness, oneness, oneness. That is love. When, of course, without that feeling of oneness, without that feeling of love, we cannot expect purity. That is why Swami says your body by itself is signaling to you that you are the embodiment of love. Because every cell, there are trillions of cells in your body, but every cell is so concerned about the other cell, right? So, without the concept of love in your body cannot exist for even a minute. The heart cannot say, the heart will never say, oh, you feet, I am not bothered about you. This thing I've been pumping day in and day out for the last 50 years. What the hell, I need a rest. And let the brain go to hell. I'm not bothered. I'm not going to pump blood to it. I also need a Sunday break. The heart will never say that. It'll say, for the sake of this body, for the love of this body, I will pump till the end of this life. So that is the nature of love. And that is why we have to understand this body is made of love. Look at your mind. It's love in action, isn't it? Right? So you may have love for whatever you may have love for, the mind will take you in that direction, isn't it? It follows like a slave to the concept of love in your heart. The intellect modifies, turns around things, and makes things conducive for you to achieve what you love in your heart. So for that love in the heart, the intellect cooperates, the mind cooperates, the body cooperates, the emotions cooperate, the character cooperates, sometimes compromise, but they're cooperating in their own way, isn't it? Right? That is why it is important that we love our body, but we have to make it steady. And that is why the Ashtanga Yoga says, you first of all, you steady yourself by asanas and by pranayama, because it is important that you have steadiness in this foundation that you want to build, the edifice of love you want to build. First, steady your body, then steady your mind. Steady your mind, make it concentrated, right? But that's not enough. You have to also have the concentration of your emotions. So how do you concentrate your emotions? On love, on expansion of love, from you to family, to your to extended organizations, extended families, to your town, nation. So basically we are all trying to build a solid foundation, and then all this contributes towards making a foundation of a good character which is filled with love. A character which is filled with love is divine. And that is why let us always understand that body, mind, intellect, emotions, character, all are interrelated. If you cannot have a wonderful character, a loving character, by first loving your body, if you hate your own body, if you hate yourself, right? If you hate your mind, if you hate your intellect and emotions, then how will you be able to love yourself? And if you can't love yourself, universal love is only a theory. It can never be practiced. That is why first accept yourself. Loving cannot happen without acceptance. As bad may be the drawing, it may be only a smudging of ink on a piece of paper. It may be like ants crawling across, but I love it because the creator who made this body, mind, intellect, emotions, and character is an embodiment of love. And when he created this particular character, like called me, I love it. I love it. That is why let us start with that kind of a love. Basically, we are ourselves the mirror of the universe. As I said, microcosm contains the macrocosm. In the drop there is the reflection of the ocean. And what is the soul of this universe? The soul of universe, Swami always keeps telling, the soul of universe is love. So, so I have to cleanse myself, the mirror of my heart, to experience and reflect that love. And as much clean I am, as much pure I am in reflecting this love, as much I am united with the soul of the universe, as much I am united with myself. So this love should be selfless love, isn't it? Then only it can be called love. It is not that movie kind of a love, where to one boy, one girl going around the bush, and finally they fight with each other and separate. That is not a kind of love you're talking about. Love is unification. So how do I understand, do I really love or not? Very simple. When you are happy, I must be ecstatic. When you cry, when you are sad, I must be shedding tears. When you are lonely, I must rush to give you company, to give solace to your heart. When you are in need, I should run without being asked. There was a great sage, Namdev. He was sitting and having his chapati, and having his lunch. Suddenly one dog came. He snatched the chapati from the plate of the saint and ran away. And then the saint, he was having little butter in his hand. And he said, oh Lord, please don't have the chapati without first me letting me put butter on it. It will get stuck up in your throat. It will cause me so much of pain and suffering. Lord, please wait that I can put that butter on your chapati before you have it. Basically, living and dying in love for others. That is purity, isn't it? That is a reflection of the ocean in this drop of water in my heart. And that is why Swami says, I don't judge you in any other way. I just judge you, not only you, every being in this universe that I create. Ultimately, they are judged. In fact, I don't judge them, they judge themselves. And how at the end of this life you will judge yourself? You will judge yourself that in all the aspects of my life, in thought, word, and deed, was I selfish or selfless? What was the extent of my selflessness in my thought, words, and deeds in this ledger of my life? If 100% selfless is 100% spiritual, is 100% pure. If you are 100% selfless, 100% pure, your intentions are totally 100% selfless, then you can become Krishna and wage a bloody war and kill millions of people. It does not matter. It's an offering to God. But even if you do small things in your life with a feeling of what's in it for me? What will I get in return? How will I'll be benefited in the process? Then it is all selfishness. And selfishness can never be purity in the eyes of God. That is why keep on asking yourself, Is my love selfless? And most of the times I find the answer is no. And then it's a time for correction, course correction. And then I said, oh God, why am I being so selfish? Why am I seeking something from somebody else when the God is giving to me with thousand hands? What has He not given me? If I look at even my own body and I see, God, Swami, you have given me so much. I'm so grateful to you. There was a person who was about to commit suicide, and a saint stopped him and said, why are you? He said, I've got nothing. He said, okay, I'll give you 10 lakh rupees. Can you just give me your eyes? He said, I'll not give you for even crores. He said, okay, no problem. I'll give you 1 crore. You give me your hands. He said, no, not for 100 crores. He said, I'll give you 100 crores. You give me your legs. He said, no, I will not do that. He says, God, then why do you say that you have nothing? You are a billionaire. You are a billionaire. You have all these gifts of God with you. And then you say that you have nothing and you are destroying these gifts of God. How dare you? How stupid on your part that we have so much that we have received, where our heart can reverberate with the love of the universe. That potentiality, it is there in us. Then how can we say that we are deprived? How can we say that we are lonely? How we can say that we have nothing? That we have lost? What have we lost? Nothing. What you have taken from this particular world, it's gone away at its appropriate time. Whatever is taken from this world goes away one day. This body will go away one day. Your relationship which you have formed in this particular world will go away one day. People will not even remember you after you die. After they have cremated you and washed their hands off you, people will go on with their life as usual. Nobody is bothered. Nobody will miss you. And that is why let us understand, this concept of selfless love as a basis of purity. That is why keep on asking, is my love selfless? What level of selflessness is there in my love? What is the level of, you know, impurity which is there in my love? And can I make it 1% more pure today? Can I make it 1%? Can I become little more selfless in my love today? And that 1% addition to your selfless love is a great leap in terms of your purity. Somebody said, Swami, I have do so much of sadhana. Swami said, what sadhana? You're in the KG class of spirituality because you don't see this unity. Can you see unity in the flora and fauna? Can you see purity, that oneness in the mountains and the oceans? Can you see that oneness in the moon and the sky and the stars? Can you see that oneness in the flowers that blossom, the birds that chirp, the animals that move around? Can you see that oneness? Can you see me? Swami keeps asking, can you see me? Can you see me? Can you see me? The extent that you can see Swami in every creation, as much you have become the creator. Ashtanga yoga that we talk about, from the Yama Niyama, Asana Prana Pratyahara Dharana Dhyana Samadhi, all these are what? These are expansion of love. What is Yama? If you just go to the fundamental of Ashtanga yoga, what is Yama? Yama is what you should not do. Yama also is called the god of death. And Yama is what? Yama is what you should not do. You should not steal. Why? Because it is selfish. You should not harm. Why? Because it is selfish. You should not take away others' property without asking. Why? Because that is selfish. What you should not do. Then what you should do? That you must follow discipline. Right? When you say that you will sit for meditation for half an hour in the morning, you should sit really for meditation for half an hour in the morning. Come what may. Not just go and sit there and sleep off. Some used to always make fun of the boys, the nodding suprabhatas. I would say, oh, they come and without brushing, they get up at 5:15 is the time. They come and get up at 5:10. They come and they do naughty suprabhatas. That means what? They're sleeping there. There's no use to it. Are you doing it with all your body, mind, or body, mind, intellect, emotions, character? Is everything come together in doing that suprabhata? And if it has not come, then it is only a fake practice. That is why direct practice, Swami says, direct experience is what you must have. Or what is the meaning of Ashtanga Yoga? Ashtanga Yoga wants to give you the direct experience. It says, no, experience that purity first hand, not by a study circle, not by a lecture, not by an YouTube download. No, this is something somebody else's experience. You may claim that you may have a similar experience by intellectually modifying your this thing and say, but all this is just self-delusion. What is important, that purity, that oneness, that infinite love, being one with the soul of the universe, is a first-hand experience. That is why Ashtanga Yoga is so important, because it's only baby steps to that ultimate purity. So this journey that we are talking about today, the journey of selfless love, the journey for love for others, then it goes to love for God, and then just love. So first of all, do have self-love. I always say, love yourself first. If you cannot love yourself, you are not capable of loving anybody else. And then ask yourself, what am I made of? I love my body. I love my mind. I love my intellect. I love my emotions. I love my character. Accept them and love them first. Yes, there may be unsteadiness in my body, but I will make effort to steady it. There may be unsteadiness in my mind. I will make effort to steady it, because it is my mind and I love my mind. There's an unsteadiness in my intellect, but it's my intellect. I love my intellect, and I will help it to make it steady. And my emotions, they're unsteady. So much I've got negative emotions. I've got very hateful emotions, but they are my emotions. I accept them. I love them. I'll steady them in love to God. And my character, it's unsteady. And when it's conducive, I'm stellar character. When the things go wrong, I'm the worst character. Yes, but it's my character, unsteady character. I will make effort to study it, to study it. That is why first self-love, then only love for others, then only love for God, and ultimately only love. Only love. Swami always used to keep telling, I am only love. I am only love. Not any kind of categorized love, not in any kind of a bracketed love. It is undefined love. It is unconditional love. It is unwavering love. It is unreasoning love. It is an unending love. And once we have experience of that love, enough. We are pure. We are 100% pure. So let us pray to Bhagwan to give us that yearning, that desire, that understanding, that we move from this journey of on this journey of purity, and ultimately experience firsthand you know, that unity, that unconditional love, universal love for everything, everyone, every circumstance. Whatever we should love our past, we should love our present, we should love our future, whatever it may be, we just live in that kind of a love. And that is why Swami, gave me the indication that the title of my book is Love, Smile Now. Love, love, smile now. That is purity. That moment which we are living in love, smiling out of that love, and being in the present moment. That moment is a moment of purity. Can we extend this moment of purity to a lifetime of purity? Yes, it is possible. How? It is by practice. Thank you very much for your very for the time that you have spent listening to this, and I once again wish you very congratulations, and may Swami's blessings shower on you, family and friends, on this auspicious day of Ganesh Chaturthi. May Swami bless us all. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram. Sai Ram.